You can trust me.
And we are live. Finally, here we are, Marian.
Yeah, nice to have you.
Man, it's an absolute pleasure it's a pleasure to meet you, buddy. For, if you're tuning into this and you're wondering why I'm smiling so much, because I'm speaking to a Romanian who doesn't know the first thing about technology.
Yeah, not my strong side. I don't learn things only when I have to. If I don't use it, I don't learn it. When I have to use it, then I will learn it. If I need it, I will learn it. But until then, why should I bother?
Because the future is now, Marian. That's why you
Yeah,
should bother.
you're right. Yeah.
So, guys, welcome to Radical Hangout number 21. I'm speaking with Marian. His cocktail is Secret Cocktail, and he's representing out of Romania,
Yeah,
right?
nice to have you. Hello, everyone.
Perfect, man. So Marian and I, we've been trying to hook up for a minute now. It feels like it's been a bunch of months back and forth, and today we're going to talk about one, why Bacardi Legacy. It's why it's an awesome competition to be a part of. Uh, how you make friends online through Bacardi Legacy, and and how to conquer social media. So,
Yeah.
something that Marian isn't exactly a professional at the moment.
But I try to learn.
Yeah. So
On Facebook, I do a good job. On Facebook, I do a good job. I know
uh,
Facebook.
perfect, man. Yeah. I suppose let's start with social media, man. Right before I hit start podcast, Marian just dropped a bombshell on me and told me that he only learned what hashtags were for a week ago. So can you explain to everyone how the hell have you survived this far in Bacardi Legacy without understanding hashtags?
But actually, a week ago, I learned that you need a lot. Everyone told me, man, put a lot of hashtags on every post you have. But why? I have 4 hashtags. A secret legacy drink, share a secret, Bacardi Legacy, create your legacy. But you need more. But why? And I found out that that's the way people found me, and that's the algorithm that you need. I don't fully understand it right now. So I try to put more hashtag now, but I don't fully understand it. But now I kind of get a glimpse of it.
Yeah, I was in London relatively recently, and we had a marketing boot camp. And in this boot camp, they laid out the general process of how to build an audience and how to best use these hashtags, right? And I'm a true believer that everything happens at the right time for the right people. So I think
Yeah,
this conversation is going to be really beneficial for you, man.
yeah, everything happens for a reason. I agree.
Absolutely, absolutely. So a little bit of insight about hashtags, especially for a cocktail competition, and especially for something like Bacardi Legacy. Like Marianne alluded to, these are obviously ways that people find other people and how content can be shared. But hashtags, from our point of view as bartenders and as those that are trying to promote their material and their content, there's a little secret with the algorithms, right? So if you start putting in cocktails, mixology, competition, like all these hashtags that have 32 million um, posts, you're not going to reach the top of that algorithm. You're not going to be seen, so it's a wasted hashtag,
I
right?
understand.
Right. So you want to have a blend of hashtags. So you have niche hashtags that have around 13,000 to 30,000 posts, mixed in with popular hashtags that have your 2 million to 20 million posts, right?
Right, right, right.
So this marriage of hashtags, it creates an algorithm for your post, and it shows that you're over a wide spectrum of volume, and Instagram picks up on this and will promote your content further.
I understand. I understand.
And they say that 30 hashtags, that's the number that you should be putting in. Yeah,
Big number.
it's a big number, man, and it can be quite daunting actually to think of like, okay, well, how the hell are you supposed to come up with 30 damn hashtags, right?
Sounds like a great boot camp
Yeah,
that you were in.
man,
Lots of good information.
it was incredible. You know, they gave us this little USB here, right?
Yeah. Nice.
And
Very
this
cool.
uh, and this little USB, it's got all this information about marketing, about
Really?
presentations. Yeah, and
Oh,
happy to share it with you later on, man.
very nice.
Um, so I found that super beneficial. That really revolutionized the way that I was interacting on Instagram specifically. Um, what I found was that I started reaching more niche consumer, more niche searches, and my content was being recycled at a higher rate. So, you know, Marian, look to employ that
Yeah, I will.
as soon as you can, man.
Yeah, I will.
And another little bit of nugget that they told us was convert your Instagram into a business account.
Yeah, I did that already.
Yeah, and then make sure that you're looking at posting up at the right time when you have the most viewers in that meaty little section. So for me, for example, if I go into my if I come into my account, I can see that my I can see. I don't think you can see here.
Yeah.
So my Sunday,
Yeah.
that that's my
That's
peak.
that's when people most visit their Instagram.
Yes, that's when people most visit my Instagram, and you can see on a Friday,
But is
I,
that
I have
where do you get the
I
statistics? Is that a app?
no, this is on Insights on Instagram, and
Ah, so you can.
yeah, so you can see
Yeah.
exactly when the times where I had the most
Mm.
traction and action. So what I did, I tried to make sure that at those times I'm putting up the right post for the right
So
moment.
people can
So
see a bigger number, right?
yeah, so at 3 p.m. I'm not going to post something that's overly aggressive because that's not the drinking time for people. So it's more of information. It's more engaging art. However, at 9 p.m., a post that I might put up would be more related to, you know, a call to action. Go out and drink Cubist,
Yeah.
um, you know, and so I think you really need to start looking at social media as a weapon, right? You need to look at it as an extension of yourself and your ability to promote you as an individual as well as your drink as an entity.
Yeah, I used social media, but like amateur. So I did a lot of posts. Like on Facebook, I have like 2,000, 3,000 likes on my page because of my posts and everything. But I didn't know the inside, like the algorithms that you talk about and everything else. I didn't know that or about
Yeah.
hashtag.
Yeah, so you know, I think when I went down to London and I learned all of this, like I said, it really changed the game for me. It really opened up this world of understanding of how to best weaponize social media, and then that led me further into YouTube and then combining the two. And for Cubist, I'm seeing a lot of really good results. You know, I'm seeing my traction build. I'm seeing my audience grow and that's all really positive, man. So you know, if you have any questions later on after this protocol hangout, man, of course you can always message me. You can call
Thank
me.
you.
You know.
Thank you. If I can help you in any way, of course, I return the favor. As long as it's not social media related. Anything, man.
Marian, you're the last person I'm going to ask for social media help, buddy.
Yeah, I understand.
So, hey, buddy, tell everyone about your drink, man. It's a really exciting little project you got.
Yeah, well, let me tell you about how I entered Bacardi Legacy. A friend of mine told me, "Oh, there's this competition, Bacardi Legacy. Let's enter." But I don't think I'm ready. No, you have to enter. Let's enter. I have a team like 5 bartenders. We go to private events, and let's all enter. My friend said, and okay, I will enter. But I didn't really know about Bacardi Legacy. I knew about the competition, but I didn't know the detail. I read about it. I saw that I have to make a drink, make a story, present it. And I saw that it was a promotional plan. But in my mind, I thought that okay, so the promotional plan is something like you have to say in front of the judges if you had like a number amount of money, what would you do? Like hypothetically, that was what I thought. And so I entered Bacardi Legacy. This is my first big contest, and I entered. And in the finals in Romania, I was elected one of the top three. And only then I found out that the promotion plan was a real thing. You know, like what is happening? Like I get a
Hey man, you can swear this isn't monetized.
again, what the fuck is happening? So I I really get money, like real money, and I have to promote the drink. But how do I do that? I never done anything like that in my life, and I was just put in the situation. So
So for anyone that doesn't know, we in top three, we get the equivalent of about $1,200 and we're supposed to use that money to promote ourselves and to promote our drink. And there's no limit on what you can do with this money. Hypothetically, you could buy a car, you could graffiti that car with your logo, and you could drive all around Europe, right?
yeah, right. So when I was put in this situation, I started to brainstorm. What can I do? Because I I never done anything like this, you know, because I'm a bartender for like 2.5 years, and I started to take bartending serious like 1.5 years, because at the beginning, it's all fun and games and let's party and let's have fun. And when I was put in the situation to make up the promotional plan, I had no idea what I was doing. But then I started to think, okay, what are my advantages and what are my disadvantages? So, because I'm a new bartender in the field, I don't have very many very many friends all over the country or all over the world, that can help me. But because I always was a social guy, I have a lot of friends in other areas. So I have friends like dancers, DJs, friends who have their own newspaper, like that. So I thought, how can I use this in my advantage and reach as many people as I can? Not only bartenders. I had the goal to reach bartenders with this campaign, so all the bartenders knew how to make my drink. But it doesn't need a special training to make the drink, because the contest is to make a very easy to make drink. So I thought about how can I get to bartenders very easily, and in rest, in most of my focus was to get to people like dancers and every other kind of fields.
So tell me and those that are tuning in, what's the bar scene like in Romania? I mean, whereabouts are you? Which city are you in? Are you in a big market? Are you in a market that's really engaged with cocktails, or is it a new scene? Because frankly, I don't hear very much that comes out of Romania, right? I know that
Yeah, well, the city that I'm in, Oradea, isn't very strong in bartending, but it's growing. But Romania in general, like Cluj, where my one of my colleagues that I'm participating with, Sergiu Bilic, it's a stronger city, or Bucharest. Romania is in constant growth. We have very very good bartenders, like very good, and it's Romania is growing as a country regarding bartending. But Oradea is a city that still struggles, but it's going in the right direction. So the market where I'm from is a little harder, but the advantage that I have is that I'm working in a club that is a club on the mountain where people come to ski. So people everywhere around the Romania come, and it's a big club. It's like 1,000 people plus, and I used it in my promotional plan. Like when the club was full of people, like 1,000 plus, uh, in the middle of the night, I talked to a friend of mine who is a DJ there, and he put a song. The song of my drink even has a tune, you know, and he put the tune with a sexy girl voice on it, which said Bacardi Legacy, a secret. And in that moment, on the big screen behind him, there were pictures of my cocktail, of me making the cocktail, and everyone there saw it. You know, like 1,000 plus people, which came from every point of the country. You know that I used my friends as an advantage.
Really, really smart, man. Really smart. And I think, I've spoken in previous Hangouts about how you can best utilize your friends and your family around you. I think you seem quite young, Muddy.
I'm 27, but I look younger.
Oh, Jesus Christ, mate. You look like you're about 21 years old.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, I don't know what the water's like down there in Romania, but must be pretty clean. But I think it takes a very self-aware individual to understand that, okay, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, and how can I play to these? And congratulations on understanding your position, not stressing out, not freaking out on what you're not good at, but really moving this forward and applying what you have around you.
Yeah, thank you. But I have
So
times when I freak out. I have times when I freak out, because it's a problem. I search on Instagram, Bacardi Legacy 2019, and I see what other contestants do, and I think, why didn't I have that idea, And I try to do all of the things, but you can't.
and Legacy is a beast of a contest. It's really huge, and you can get lost in it very easily.
Yeah, man.
And so for me, my whole program, it's online. Everything I do is online. I'm connecting people online. I'm doing digital seminars online. Because this is the most radical way that I can reach people, right?
Yeah,
Um,
it's a great way, bro. You do a very good job. Really,
Appreciate
I'm
it.
not just saying that. Really, I say it from the bottom of my heart. You do a really good job.
I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm really proud of Cubist. Cubist Cocktail. It's all about perspective. It's all about understanding the world around us and how it influences us to understand and appreciate the beautiful things in life, right?
Right, bro.
And for me, I'm using legacy as our common point, and everybody that I deal with is they see legacy as something completely different, if you understand. So everyone has a different perspective on what legacy is and how they best enjoy legacy. And
Yeah,
I love hearing about different people's perspectives. And one thing for me, I mean, the fact that I'm sitting here in Sweden and I'm talking to some guy over in Romania, and we're talking about the same thing. It's connecting us, and without knowing you, without ever meeting, I now know I can go to your city and I got a friend, and vice
yeah,
versa,
man.
right?
I hope you will come one day.
One day, I got a colleague and a friend. Shout out to Alex if you're watching. She's Romanian, and she's tuning in. She's that one viewer that we have right there. Uh, she's tuning in. So, Muddy, can you please say hi to Alex Nitsoyu in Romanian?
Yeah, hi. So
Yeah,
you got now two friends in Romania.
yeah, it's perfect, man. And I wanted to talk to you about how we go about making friends with legacy and why people should enter legacy, right? So you being quite a young, she, here you go. She
Young
just
one?
Alex just sent me a message right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's love, man.
So you being quite new to the game, and me on the other end of the spectrum, I've been competing for 5 or 6 years. I've traveled around the world for different competitions. But one thing that I'm finding with Legacy is that this competition, it forces you to make connections and it forces you to make friends, right? Like in the
You need
last
to
two
go out of your comfort zone.
100%, man. And one thing I find is the more that I reach out to people, the more that people are so willing to help you out, and you end up creating these long lasting friendships with people that you have no idea that they're even out there. But
Yeah.
we're using this one art form, bartending, through this one competition, Legacy. We're applying our perspectives into it, and we're sharing this common knowledge and this common understanding and appreciation. And man, it's the most amazing thing, truly.
Really, it is. It is. I like I told you, I didn't took bartending serious like only 1 year and a half, because at the beginning it was all fun, but after I started to see everything and starting to learn what bartending it really is, it just took my heart, because I finished law school, and I didn't quite relate to everything there, and when I met bartending, it was like everything changed, you know.
Yeah, it's one of these things that shout out to Lamistad, all the way over in Hungary. He's you know Matthias? Have you
Yeah,
seen him online?
I met him in the boot camp in Budapest. I met
Yeah,
him.
so this is what I mean. Like we have a common thread now, and we have a common friend, and it just grows from there. And I met Matthias through Instagram. I just reached out to him. I wanted to do a radical hangout with him. He jumped online. We spoke for hours, man. And then after that, he booked a ticket to Sweden. And he's like, "Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm coming to say hi." And like, whoa. And he's like, "Yeah, I want to come to no shopping." Like, okay,
Really
yeah.
nice.
And
Really-
and and you see every day there's bartenders flying all around Europe, everywhere, and they're hooking up, they're collaborating, they're helping each other. We're
Really,
swap.
really the family that everyone talks about, Bacardi family. It really is a family, you know. It's not
Matt,
just okay, we're family, blah blah blah. It really is a family. Everyone is collaborating. Everyone is helping. It's helping each other. Of course, we all want to win, but we're collaborating, and I think it's about a journey, you know, not about the destination. It's really
absolutely,
about the journey right now.
absolutely, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. And it's one of those things where, when you said family, I never believed this Bacardi family thing. I always thought like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah, you're skeptical.
Yeah, and then you live it and you breathe it, and once you make that top three in your country, like doors just blow open for you. People are inviting. I mean, I get invitations to go to Barcelona, to go to Cyprus, to go to London, and I find that I'm having to turn these people down all the time. I'm like, I don't have time. I don't have I don't have
Yeah,
the
what's
funds to
happening?
do. Yeah, and I'm really appreciative to Bacardi for this opportunity, and for the rest of my days, I'll always encourage people get involved with Legacy because it's such a warm competition, and like you said, it doesn't feel like we're fighting against each other. You
Yeah,
know, so
we're collaborating. We're learning from each other. Like,
absolutely, you mentioned something a couple of minutes ago about breaking your comfort zone.
yeah,
Um, And I think that this is a really important point because if you're left alone and if you don't have the ability to collaborate with people who share different perspectives on the same topic, it's very hard to break that comfort zone, and it's very hard to see the world and to see this competition through different eyes. So how are you breaking your comfort zone through Legacy?
Well, me as a person, I never like to ask anyone for anything. You know, I always try to resolve my own problems. I hate asking for help because I don't know. In my head, it's like I feel weak if I ask for help. And when I heard about the promotional plan and that I have to make my drink famous, make my drink a brand, make it known everywhere in the world, I uh, I uh, I realized that I have to collaborate with people. You know, at the beginning it was very hard. I barely asked my brother for help. You know, so this was a very big comfort zone that I had to break. Like, come on, let's collaborate. Let me help you, so you can help me. It was tough, but now I'm starting to. It's starting to get easier. I'm not saying that now I can ask anyone for help. It's just starting to get easier, and I see that if I ask for help, a lot of people are willing to help me. You know, because in my mind before, if I ask for help, people would just think, "Oh my God, he wants help. He is only interested in what I can do for him." That was in my mind, but actually, the truth is, there are a lot of good people in this world, and they are willing to help. Maybe they can just relate to your story. They been to a situation like this, and they are willing to help you. Like in my legacy drink, I try to contact celebrities, and I really, uh, I really I succeeded because the national football player Kesheru from Romania, like he's one of the most famous football players in Romania, helped me to promote my legacy drink. Another very famous singer in Romania, Joe, Ioana is her name, helped me to promote my drink. And another one helped me, Jesse. So I have three stars that helped me promote my drink. Only by friends, by asking. So you can do it. You know, in your mind, you think, oh, they won't help me because it's all about money. They want to be famous. If you want them to promote you, you have to give them money. But it's not like that. If you try, you really can do it.
Yeah,
So
and I think once you accept the fact that it comes down to personality, right? And it comes down to personality and approach. And if you're demanding help, and things aren't going to go your way, you know, for me, it's all about connecting and establishing relationships, right? I want to create a relationship first, nurture that relationship, and then see what comes from it. You
yeah,
know, I also, I feel very awkward. Asking something from someone. It's like, if you haven't spoken to a friend for 10 years,
yeah,
and out of the blue you say, "Hey,
yeah,
can you share this post?" Um, but I think it's all about how you cultivate these things, and you know, people they spot authenticity. They spot someone that's
really,
true, yeah, that's true and that's honest, and someone that's doing something from passion as opposed to financial reasons.
yeah, yeah, right, of course.
And you can always look after people in the back end. It doesn't have to be monetary. We're supplied with 24 bottles of rum, at least here in Sweden. And for me, it was, hey, can I come over to your house and I'll put on a party for you, your friends, and your family?
Yeah,
You know, can I send you this? Can I offer you this? Can I give you a free dinner? Can I, what is it that I can do for you first before I ask for something in return? Um, but comfort zones are a scary thing. Comfort zones are one of those things that if you don't break them early in your campaign, then
yeah, yeah,
you're yeah, you get left behind, right?
yeah, and that's in life generally. Because
Yeah,
this contest doesn't only teach you, okay, you want to win and blah blah blah. It teaches you things that you can use in your real life, because the contest will be over at some point, but everything you learned will still be with you. I remember my first contest. It was 3 months after I became a bartender, so I knew nothing, and I was like forced to participate, and I actually took the second place. It was a local contest, and I didn't want to participate because I thought everyone would say like would everyone would judge me, you know. But I was forced, and I participated, and I saw that it doesn't matter that I took the second place, but everything I learned in the contest was priceless. And that's the thing about Bacardi Legacy and in life in general. You just go with it, do it. What
Yeah,
can you do?
and before you even make it to top three, I mean, there's a whole process. I mean, there's coming up with the concept, coming up with the idea, the recipe, submitting it, making it to the top 8 or the top 16, and then going into the top three. You know, in order to get to top three, you have to show marketing skills, you have to show online, you have to show presentation, the taste, everything. So just getting to this position is quite difficult, right? And I think for you, Marianne, getting to this position at such a young professional age, you know, I think that's really impressive. It's impressive, and I think it shows that you have an understanding of how these things work. And yes, you may be the worst person on social media
I
in,
am.
in 2019, Bacardi Legacy. But your approach to overcoming that comfort zone or that uncomfort zone, you're doing a really great job with.
You
And
know, you know what? Why I would like to win, because I would like to show other young bartenders. This is the reason that I would like to win. That even if you're young in this profession, you can do it only if you try. Because I have a lot of friends that are new in the industry and are like afraid to participate in any kind of contest. So I want to win because I like to show, okay, look at me, I'm young, and I didn't take bartending serious like only 1.5 year ago, and I did it. So you can just go with it. Don't be afraid, because you're waiting for the perfect time, but there is no perfect time. Just do it. You know, that's one of the main reasons that I want to win.
I think that's fantastic because, like Goma says, you know, your legacy dies when you decide that it dies. And let's say neither of us get out of our region, and I stay in Sweden and you stay all the way over in Romania. You know, that legacy secret cocktail, Cubist cocktail, you know, that can still be a platform
Yeah,
for you to progress your career, for you to progress your identity, both professionally and personally. You know, I think once you make it into this stage, you know, a lot can change for you. And if I take nothing else away from legacy, at least I have friends. I have all these friends now around the world, and we're connected through this one idea and this one concept. And you know, and that in and of itself is such an amazing prize.
it is the best prize. You know, it is the prize that you can buy with money. It is the prize that stays in your heart, and that for me is the biggest prize. That's why I like to compete, and I got the thirst of it, because on the stage people listen to me, and when they listen to me, I can tell my story, not or my beliefs, and they have to listen, you know, because in other times nobody listens to me. Oh, just you know, and that's the point and the place that they have to listen to me.
Yeah,
So I'm the
for people that don't know, you know how Marian and I we got to this point. You know, this is the result of months of talking to each other. You know, and this is Radical Hangout number 21. out of 70. Um, and it's about building relationships, right? And that's why when we speak, we could, Marian, you and I could speak right now for 4 hours straight.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
You're in
uh,
my movie.
yeah, but it's one of those things where we built this relationship, and we built this friendship on something that was so common and so basic, and it takes that ability to break that comfort zone and say, like, yeah, I'm going to reach out, and if my dad turns around and says to me, no, I don't want to be a part of this, fine. If it comes down to you saying, hey, I need advice for something, and I turn around and say no, well, then that's fine. Like, there's nothing harmful that can come out of that.
Yeah.
So I think, if you have this understanding that people just want the best for you, friends want the best for you, as well as strangers want the best for you. Um, if you have that mentality going into legacy, then you're going to be in a really good place, I think.
Yeah, I really like quotes, and one of my favorite quotes is like, the only arrow that you know that you will miss 100% is the one that you don't shot, you don't fire. So that's the one you miss 100%. So just try to fire what you believe in, what you think about, and you really have a chance to achieve anything, really anything.
Absolutely, man. And it's one of those things that you never know what comes from this. And one day, I hope that you can come to Sweden, do a guest shift, have some dinner at my house.
Actually,
Um,
I will. Don't hope, because I will. That's a promise.
have you spent your $1,000 or your $1,200 yet?
I kind of did. I kind of did, because I did like a lot of activations on my drink in the Seasons Club, which I told you about. I made like a huge banner with my drink, which was at the entrance, and everyone was like taking photos. I made my drink in shots and handed them freely. And if you wanted one shot, you had to have a stamp with the logo of my drink on your arm. So I had a lot of extra. I made the caps with the logo of my drink. I even made ambassadors of my drink. So I have three
Smart.
ambassadors of my drink. So I won't be alone in this mission. So it's me and other three ambassadors, because every brand has ambassadors. So I made ambassadors of my drink.
Matt, guys, for those who tune into this is probably the smartest thing that I've heard so far in 2019. You may be rubbish at being online, but that is a really, really smart idea.
Yeah, I thought I can't do this alone. I really need help. So the friends of my team, I told them, you need to be the ambassadors of my drink. So I made them jackets with the logo of my drink, with Bacardi Legacy here. Your ambassadors. Wherever you go, you need to talk about my drink.
So
So
do you pay them? I mean,
I did everything with friends. I was on 2 TV shows, even national TV show. I was in the newspaper, online newspaper, another online newspaper. Everything I've done, I did it by friends. I have a lot of friends. I've always loved to be in as many uh, as many social groups that I could. So sports group, so a bartending group, music, dance. I'm the kind of person that I need to try everything. I was a Zumba instructor. A friend of mine, do you want to try? Of course I do. Why not? So I try everything. Why not? And
so
in this, I have a lot of friends.
so
I even made a video with my girlfriend dances hip hop, and I talked to her and her crew, and they made a video dancing with the shirt with a secret legacy.
yeah, I saw that.
But the nice thing is that the crew won top 3 Romanian at Hashashi, Romania hip hop dancing, and this group will represent Romania in Arizona this year, and they will have the logo of my drink on it in
Well,
Arizona,
Matt,
the global contest of dancing. I wanted to reach as many people as I can, you know.
Man, you're killing it. Your campaign sounds like, I mean, you're doing a lot of traditional marketing, and whether you have experience in this or you're just doing this by sheer luck. uh,
I just try what kind of people do I know? You know, okay, I know a DJ. Let me ask the DJ to make a, a, a music, a tune, just for my drink. It's not that hard for him because he knows how. So my drink has its own tune. I have a friend who is good in design. Let me ask him to make a logo. I have a friend that's good in sports. Let me ask him to promote my drink in sports. So I just thought about every friend that I have and how can he help me.
really, really smart, man. And one thing I would suggest to you is when you win the Romanian nationals, put on a big thank you dinner for everyone. I think
Of course, everything comes back. If you
yeah,
believe in God or anything else, everything comes back.
because I'm doing something quite similar. I'm in Norrköping. It's a tiny little town. It had it's a I live in a dark market, so I can't give out free samples. I can't. It's really difficult actually in Sweden, and to compound that, I live in a small market, so I also have to rely on the backs of friends and and almost unofficial ambassadors, I suppose you can call them. Uh, and there's a way to thank them. Right before the finals, I want to put on a big thank you dinner and just say, guys, this 4 months has been really difficult, and I don't get involved in legacy if you already have a full plate. I'm now experiencing that there's a lot of work, right? So you need to rely on others, and um, yeah,
And
and
four
yeah,
months.
4 months, yeah.
Yeah, for me, like it was three, but I needed time to sort everything out. So I did all of this in 2 months. In
Wow, man.
less than 2 months actually, before I understand what I had to do because I didn't know. But now, if I would to enter Bacardi Legacy next year, I would think of everything different. Everything.
Yeah.
I would plan ahead. But now I'm good with what I did. I believe in my chances, but we will see about that. Yeah, we will see.
Really great, man. Dude, I'm super proud of I'm super proud of you. Really, really proud of what you're doing and how you're going about it, because it takes a smart individual, to break that comfort zone, and it takes a unique person with a unique concept to reach so many people in such a small amount of time. So congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you. Congratulations to you.
Cheers, man.
This hangout is one of the best things in my life. I really enjoy it. I always wanted to talk to people from other countries to see how they think, what their mentality is. Because every country, not country, every city has like its own mentality, and I always wanted to. That was one of the main reasons that I love the bar, so I can analyze everyone's mentality, how everyone thinks. So this hangout is one of the best things that can happen to me.
Uh,
Really.
I really appreciate that, man. And just so you know, I'm not Swedish either. I'm Australian.
I know. I know.
Yeah. So cool, man. Well, hey, it's been my absolute honor and pleasure having you here, and I'm almost certain that Alex Mitsoyu is still watching. So say something in Romanian for her.
Ciao.
That's
Să
Romanian.
mergem amândoi, să-l vedem pe Andy.
I don't know what that meant. It sounded made up, and I heard my name,
No,
so
it wasn't. I told that we should both go to see you. Yeah,
yeah.
so we should both visit you.
Here, she's
I hope that isn't another fuck you. No, it's good luck, Marianne. Thank you. Thank you very much.
uh,
Thank you.
cool, man. Well, let's end it there, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm
You
going to
too,
talk to
man.
you. I'm going to talk to you now back on Instagram, and dude, keep killing it. It's not long now until the national finals. So last push. Anything I can do to help you, let me know. And
Yeah, thank you.
Cool, buddy.
Thank you very much for everything. Nice talking to you, and best of luck.
All right, Mariam. Biggest love to you, brother. Take it easy.
Cheers, bro. Cheers.
Ciao.